Hey, this is Robert Adams, your SCACS lobbyist, reporting to you at the very end of February. I'm looking forward to seeing a bunch of you next Thursday, March 5th, for the breakfast at the Petro Show in Myrtle Beach. I'm going to be driving down Wednesday night to speak to you that morning before I hustle back to the State House, and looking forward to seeing everybody. We're a third of the way through the legislative session, 7 weeks in to a 21-week session, and things are beginning to heat up on a couple of issues of interest to us. First, I'll talk about the gas tax. The proposal from the Ad Hoc Transportation Committee chaired by Gary Simrel in the House is starting to move, and probably will be the House bill. That bill, which I've emailed the details to the membership on, includes taxation at the wholesale level, which is something we're trying to get our arms around, because the wholesale level is not necessarily the same everywhere across the state. There's Senate proposals that are coming together, and I expect a couple of bills to be taken up in the coming weeks. And in fact, Senator Ray Clary, who heads up the Senate committee looking at this matter, plans to introduce legislation next week himself. So by the time I speak to you on Thursday, I think we'll be beginning to get a clearer picture of where things are headed on efforts to fund roads and bridges, and what sort of gas tax increase could be under consideration in both bodies. Remember that the governor, who has a proposal of her own, has promised a veto for anything that is a net tax increase. So that's a big consideration in this whole equation moving forward. The other matter I'd like to chat with you about is the tobacco revenue stamp, which we've been looking at for the past year. Attorney General Alan Wilson's plans to reinstate the tobacco revenue stamp, which we have not had in South Carolina now for about 20 years. Our concerns for our wholesale members, and also concerns about how this might affect retailers, have been satisfied in the draft of the bill that is under consideration now. Senator Thomas Alexander, a Republican from Oconee, will be the lead sponsor in the Senate on the bill that we have agreed to, and that bill could drop in the next week or two. So those are two big items on our radar screen right now that I wanted to fill you in on. The other big issue under consideration at the State House that's not directly related to us has been ethics reform, and the legislature still appears to have a long way to go in settling on a final product there. We've got our big SCACS Retail Day legislative breakfast coming up on Thursday, April the 23rd. That's always a big part of our State House year, and our grassroots support is really a key component to our legislative successes over the years. And I'm counting on you to again turn out and have a terrific showing for Retail Day on Thursday, April the 23rd at the State House, and look forward to seeing you next week, I hope, in Myrtle Beach. Thanks.